Hello, welcome to another episode of Incompatible with Kat and Michael. I am Michael Gilio. This is Kat Augustin. Over here we have super producer Travis Clyburn on the ones and twos.
Hey, guys.
And Kat's going to talk.
Well, our show is called Incompatible. Every episode I review a whiskey because that is my passion and hobby. And today we're going through the Springbank. And that's pretty much the only thing that we agree on.
Yeah. No whiskey for me today because before we get into today's episode, we have to identify the elephant in the room. And I'm going to go ahead and be completely frank with you guys. Last week, if you happen to have watched, Kat's assignment was to put this crystal in my pocket, my breast pocket near my heart. And I did it, and I got shingles. Got me a case of the shingles, and then the shingles were misdiagnosed by my Russian doctor, who told me he's bug bites. He's fine.
This doctor, if you know Mike Frank, is kind of infamous. Will you tell the story about mental illness?
Oh, well, yeah, she was. This is months ago. She was looking at my chart, and she said, "Why last time did I write down refer for mental illness analysis?" I was like, "I don't know. Why did you write that down? I have no idea. Why did you write that down?" That's interesting to me, particularly why you would have written that down. Okay, so let's get into it.
And you have the same doctor as your buddy who also, like, she told your buddy, like, something horribly anti-Semitic, like, to the effect of, like, Jews don't tip.
Yeah,
which
he
is
said
not
he was
true
a waiter.
at all.
He said he was a waiter, and she said, "Just don't be a waiter in Beverly Hills. Too many Jews. They don't tip."
Not true at all.
Thank God we're not using her name. Okay, so that said, we could. And okay, so I was misdiagnosed as bug bites on Tuesday. Saturday went to urgent care. Guess what urgent care said? Go to the emergency room. You are in seriously bad shape. Now, we could blame the Russian anti-Semitic doctor
for misdiagnosing something that could be, like, either fatal or cause you permanent blindness.
We're not going to go too far into that because it'll upset us. Or we could blame this motherfucking crystal.
All right.
Guess which way I'm going. Seriously, Kat.
All right.
Seriously.
Okay.
The week that you gave me the crystal, I end up in the fucking emergency room.
Okay. You've had a hard week, and I understand that you are misremembering.
And I can't drink booze because I'm on antibiotics. So
I'll drink enough for both of us.
And give one to Travis.
Oh, certainly. Here you are, sweet pea. And tell me what you think. On Monday, last Monday, I came into your place of work. And I gave you the crystal at the exact same time that you gave me the flash drive. And I noticed that you had some irritation on your eye and your forehead. And I said, "Are you okay? Like, that looks..." Yeah. I thought that was maybe just like a little, like, mild psoriasis or something. And then so when we met later on to, discuss all of our assignments for the week, he said, you said you were you were very upset. You were, like, not yourself. And you said, I'm worried that this is my new reality. And I laughed at him because I just thought it was, like, the smallest little skin irritation that would clear up. Well, it turns out he had something very serious that could have caused permanent retinal damage, corneal damage, right? Permanent blindness, or it could be fatal. And then you're my friend, and you were in the ER all Saturday, and I was extremely anxious, and I felt, and also this guy doesn't let you help him, by the way. Just there's some like, I was just like, can I run you anywhere? Can I bring you some, soda? Can I bring you some? He's fine. He's
She'd done enough.
He's like a cat.
She had done enough.
But
by the way,
but it's very funny. Haha, the crystal gave you shingles in the eye.
No, the crystal gave me the misdiagnosis. That's what I'm blaming it on.
Okay. The crystal went to medical
Well, I mean, let's put it this way.
and
The Russian doctor was right about the mental illness.
and the Jews. What a nightmare.
That actually was beautiful because I was like, once I went there with the mental illness, I'm like, I don't want to go there with the Jews. But Kat jumped in and did it for me. Thanks, Kat. Don't know you.
Yeah. My boyfriend's Jewish. I can say whatever I want.
Okay.
Isn't that how it works?
Nope.
So my point is you can't blame the crystal because it was already starting up. You could counter that if it weren't for the crystal, it could have been a lot worse, and it protected you.
Yeah, not going that direction. Blaming the crystal. Okay. We got the shingles out of the way.
I'm so sorry that you went through that.
Oh, don't get serious on our comedy podcast. Do not get fucking serious on the comedy podcast, please.
But that's kind of the whole premise of the show is that I care about you, and you just kind of like have a wall over your entire heart and spirit, and that's just how you deal with things, and that's just a tactic of making your way in this world and different. Sucks. I call it the Trump
tactic. Build a wall. Build a wall. Actually, the Pink Floyd tactic. I like that better. Okay, let's do a little whiskey. I mean, this is going to be the most boring whiskey tasting in the history of my life.
You don't get to taste it. I'm sorry. Do you want to keep holding on to that crystal? It seems like you've become attached to it.
I think I want it to.
You keep
I feel like I should throw it in a volcano.
A volcano. Well, let me just. Speaking of, volcanoes and pits. I actually this crystal came to me because this guy that was dating me years ago, he went to this quarry, this mine about 3 hours south, and he dug this piece of kunzite out of the earth with his bare hands, and he gave it to me. And it's supposed to open you up emotionally and just make you very give you a lot of clarity. And I was wearing it in my bra the first time that I did stand up, actually, and I killed. So I think it has a lot of power, and so I think that it might have protected you. Anyways, okay,
right.
So
and all of those, just you forced my hand. All those things it's supposed to do. We know this because why? Some hippy dippy person just made that up.
No, crystals have a history of power. Lots of cultures have harnessed powers from, and a lot of
some cultures harness powers by ripping the living heart out of a human being.
That's not good.
Right. But okay.
We don't want to adapt those.
Yeah, I know. But would you say that maybe
crystals are pretty and they look nice? What's the harm in them?
I'm just saying.
And do you know those amber necklaces that a lot of new age parents keep around their toddlers
cause cancer?
No, but you've seen those, right?
No.
Parents swear up and down that they help with teething.
They help.
Those amber necklaces. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So
and that would be because
they have something to chew on?
No, it's there's actually some property that is released, and the amount is minuscule, but they think that is a pain reliever.
Okay,
but it's very trendy. Right. You see it all up and down Hillhurst Avenue.
I don't doubt it, but my point is that there's evidence then for that, whereas with the crystals, there's no evidence. There's just people making stuff up. Okay.
Everything's made up.
Yeah,
who cares?
You say that. It's
crystals
not true.
are pretty.
It's not true.
So this just for those of you that care about whiskey. So what I am drinking is Springbank, which is especially made for my class I attended in May to get my Scotch Master's certification, and it has my name on it, and so everyone got a special bottle, and so it's the only one of its kind. And Springbank is one of 3 distilleries in this region of Scotland called Campbelltown, and I think it's my favorite region. And the flavor profiles that are specific to a Campbelltown is there's some smoke and there is some peat, but mostly it just tastes fresh. And it's hard to narrow down my favorite regions, but Campbellton and Islay are right up there. But I think that Campbelltowns are kind of more suitable for all occasions, whereas Islay's you have to really be in the mood. But yeah, and the owner of the Springbank distillery is just pure heart. And there are about 50 redundant positions in the distillery, and instead of firing people and just hogging more money for himself like a fucking pig, like every president of every company seems to be, he cares more about jobs for everyone in the town. And so when he dies, the company will go into a trust, so the jobs will always be protected. Isn't that lovely? Like, what if everyone had a heart working their front desk?
We'd be a bunch of socialists.
But I mean,
the world would go to hell.
I mean,
that's what would happen. How about free markets? How about the free market decides what happens with the whiskey biz?
Oh God, free market. That's just another
term
for just
greed.
dog eat dog. Get it while you can.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. All right. So.
But tell me what you think of it, by the way. Like, be sure to chime in.
Yeah. Well, maybe my sniffer's broken, but it smells kind of sweet. It's really nice. I mean, we had all these California fires, and I could barely breathe out of my nose. But
that's true. Everything's extra smoky
It's
right
been
now.
a really rough week there. The California fires and that shooting in Thousand Oaks.
You realize this is a comedy podcast, right? Okay.
Sorry,
just
sorry
reminding
about that
you
up, guys.
again.
Wait for it. I was going to say something so funny.
Okay, let's hear it. The people that died in the fires is funny because...
Well, we'll get to it.
I saw a person on Facebook posing a glamour shot in front of the smoke, and like, I was like, oh, you look so hot in front of those fires that killed people.
Yeah, it's bad.
Fucking unbelievable.
It's bad.
Welcome to LA.
It's
if the fire doesn't kill you, your narcissistic fucking tendencies will. Okay. It's
pretty bad. Using social media to like gain followers or likes at the suffering
of
others.
Oh, look at this beautiful sunset. No, it's like that because the air is filled with smoke and people are losing their homes and dying. So I'm sure it does. The light looks amazing on your face, but don't think about yourself for
I know.
half a second. And let's try and remember, I have shingles.
You poor thing. It's been a hard week.
Shingles.
It's been a hard week.
It's been a hard week.
I'm glad.
Today is the best day of the hard week, quite frankly, because I'm here with you. I have nothing to cheers you with. I can't drink.
Oh, sorry. Right, can't drink on antibiotics.
No, but you can jerk
I'll drink
off.
enough for the both of us. Speaking of jerking
off.
Oh my God. Speaking of jerking, so a lot of the fun for me with these podcasts have been seeing like the audience participation, like encouraging comments and like nice little emails.
Wait, that has not been the fun part for you. The fun part is the people saying mean, terrible things about
that's
me.
What I'm saying.
That's don't lie and say you like the encouraging stuff. She loves.
I do.
She loves the negative stuff towards me.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. No, but and I
let's
also
just be frank about
and it's
that.
not like that. I love the disgusting stuff that has been said to me, but I just think it's so fascinating that people actually.
We got a good
things.
one. She got a good one.
This guy said, I posted like a picture of us, and I'm sporting a little cleavage. I've like dusted them off and taken them out.
The
and,
double D's, the dadas.
And so this guy sent me a stranger.
Yeah.
Total stranger sent me a message and said, I'm taking this. I'm at a coffee shop and I'm taking my laptop with this picture of you into the bathroom.
Yeah. To which she told me about this, and I said, she thought it was disrespectful, and I said, hold the phone. We don't know that. It depends on what he did in the bathroom, because there's different ways to masturbate to somebody, and had he done you're a princess, you're perfect, I would treat you well forever, for the rest of your life, I'll love you. That's nice. That is
a little nice.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to think that? Yes.
It's a little bit nice. It is.
So maybe let's give this guy credit. But you can't because you blocked him,
But most likely, and also
he's out of the picture. Sorry, buddy.
This is what I think of men, and you guys have done it to yourself. But most likely, if he did jerk off to my photo, he was probably imagining me like him squeezing out as I gasp for my last breath before he finishes on my dead corpse face.
Yeah.
So thanks, because that's what I think of men now, and you've done it to yourself.
No, we haven't done it to ourselves.
You've done it to yourself. We didn't do it.
I don't want to get into it.
I didn't
you
do
could
it.
say that's actually possibly part girls' faults look, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this, but I have had definitely more than one girl say, choke me. Not going to do it. This is sexy. Oh, baby. Like, what are you talking about? How is that sexy to me? Oh, because I've always wanted to be making love to a beautiful girl and choking her, watching her. They're like, no, you don't get it. No, I do get it. It's not sexy for me. Think of me for a second before you ask me to choke you. Think about me. I'm a delicate flower. I can't do it.
I know women.
No choking.
Always thinking of their own sexual needs first.
That's right.
Never thinking about how a man might want to be pleasured.
Yeah.
There's not an entire multi-billion-dollar industry devoted to it.
Okay, we're not going to go there because the industry goes both ways.
Yeah, but more.
Both ways. Oh my God! I've been in a sex shop before. I've seen the things for girls.
You have?
Yes.
Which one?
Yeah, the one over in Glendale.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, I'll take you in sometime. Get ready.
I know Babes in Toyland. No, wait.
Is
that New York? Was that New York?
That name would imply that it's more for the girls than the guys, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Okay.
It was a mom and pop establishment.
Of course.
Family owned. Really
Because that's
nice.
what you want
Yeah.
when you're buying a sex toy. You want to think of mom and pop.
Yeah.
What would mom think of this? Maybe call her. Maybe call her. Mom, I got the double dong. Do you recommend that, or should I just go with the I don't know.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, somebody created some beautiful fan art of us.
Right.
It's my my screensaver on my phone. I love it so much. So it's somebody.
I will add it into the episode.
He got
so
a frame. Oh, it's so nice. It's a frame, and he's got you.
It's a screen cap.
Yeah, a screen
of the
cap
show.
of you going like this,
Yeah,
right?
and he gave
I'm
me
like
devil horns.
and I'm looking at you so angelically, and
Yeah.
he put like a crown, like an
No, it's
angel,
called
an
a halo.
angel halo.
It's called a
I
halo,
know what
not
it's.
a crown.
Give me a minute. I know whatever it's called. He gave me an angel halo.
Yes.
And wings and like a glowing heart, and I just feel like
and
he
gave
really
me. Hold on. He gave me horns, a forked tongue, and a tail.
and like beady red eyes.
Yeah.
And I really just felt like he
Maybe
caught,
that guy gave me shingles.
he
That
caught
sounds like
our
some sort of-
aura. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much us, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm really
absolutely.
like loving and nice, and you're.
She presents as loving and nice.
Is a chance that you guys have a fan that's an actual witch and is putting curses on you, Michael.
I am
Oh,
beginning
no.
to suspect it.
I mean-
Please
Oh,
stop.
Stop. Please stop.
That's
Please
it's pretty
stop.
rude. He's a really nice guy, guys. Just,
Yeah.
You know.
And then
Put
also,
the eye of Newt away.
but it's funny because you do have this look in that frame where you're just like good work.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
No.
Thank
I like
you.
the fan art. That's
Thank
good.
you.
I do like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, if you're putting
cool.
curses on me, unbelievable. I'm supposed to be the skeptic who doesn't believe in anything. But honestly, if you're
I-
putting curses on me, I swear to God, please don't.
That's okay.
Don't.
Don't do it, but
Yeah.
don't do it for you. Your
Yeah.
curses will not harm us. I've put a protection spell on you
Yeah,
and me. It's
great.
okay. You don't have to
Okay.
worry.
Mhm,
You don't have to worry
It's
about
working
it.
really well.
Yeah.
Just it takes a minute, okay? It's not like instant.
Yeah. Okay.
These aren't like
It's not like
McDonald's counter
incense.
curses.
Wait, it's not like incense.
Instant.
Oh, instant. I thought you said incense. Like incense causes an immediate protection spell to be put on a room. I've seen it. I used to work at a sushi restaurant, and the owner would burn something every day before the restaurant opened. And I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm scaring away the spirits." I was like,
It's gonna be sage, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is nice
Yeah,
and a waste of time.
It's a
Okay.
nice. I don't. Good intentions like that. They're
Yeah.
not harming
No, you're right.
anyone.
Not harming anyone.
So back to our assignments. Okay, so
Okay.
apparently my crystal gave you shingles.
Yep.
For the assignment you gave me, I was just really insulted.
Yeah. Because
He-
it was something you had to listen to and watch and learn, maybe.
This video he assigned me to watch, and by the way, my assignments to you are like 24/7 intentional. Like keep this on your person, on your
Yeah.
heart all week to open
Talk to
yourself
it.
up. Yeah, talk to your water. And he just gives me like, oh, just watch this 6-minute 30-second interview with Darren Brown
That wasn't
trying
an
to trying to trick other psychics into thinking that he was a psychic.
Well,
but
he
I
did trick them.
I know.
He blew their mind.
Yeah, no, I know, but they're first of all, they don't seem very bright. Second of all, after watching this, I'm like, well, you must not think I'm very bright. What did you think I could?
Bingo.
That's not hardy har har, but that's not true.
No, I think you're very bright.
You don't think I'm a ditz.
No.
But what did you think that I was going to achieve by watching that? Like, what did you
Because
think it was going to teach me?
I thought that it would show you that psychics are a bunch of phonies. Here's a guy who admits he's a phony, showing up the best psychics at their own game. And he's admitting it's a trick. It's all tricks. Psychics are tricksters. They're phonies.
I don't think you can say all psychics are tricksters,
okay.
but of course some of them
No,
are.
no, no. Of course, all
there's-
of them are.
No, that's not true.
Okay, did you know that there is
Not
the
true.
James Randi Foundation that has $1 million prize to anyone that can demonstrate any psychic powers whatsoever, and everyone that has tried has failed, because when you put somebody in an actual scientific setting, a laboratory setting, they can't do it. The only thing they can do is look at you, and I've told you this before, but the first thing a psychic knows when you walk through the door with your $50, $100 is, oh, this person believes in psychics. They got you already.
Right.
They've already got you. And then all they do is
also
tell you things that you already know about yourself, and you are for no reason impressed. I've told you this before.
No, but like I know this. Do you think that I'm going into neon
But do you
I do. Rooms with neon signs that say psychic on them, the psychic is in with my $100 bills? No, I've never been to a psychic.
What have you been to? Because you've been to something very similar by a different name.
Totally. The woman that I do work with does not advertise like this. It's word of mouth. She does not call herself a psychic.
What does she call herself?
A quantum sphere. She is a quantum sphere healer.
Okay,
and I
that
believe
means zero.
To you.
Yeah, no, quantum. Quantum has a definition. Look it up in the dictionary, and then ask her to apply that to her quantum sphere healer. And let me ask you the big question here.
I can.
Does she charge money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but not always.
Kind of, sort of. Say no more.
She, because if she didn't charge money, that would be
she'd
doing.
Have to get a job.
No, she has a job and she supports herself this way, but that would be doing a real disservice to herself because her services are so vital. And do you want to hear the first time I think she brought a miracle to me? Would you like to hear that story?
I would very much like to hear that story.
Okay, so
I have shingles.
While she was getting her... I think we should get you a session with Susie.
Is that the quantum sphere healer?
Yes.
Oh,
she's at quantum sphere. She's not but she is one of, so many, and she's excellent. And I believe in her work so much that I would recommend it to anyone unflinchingly, and everyone I have recommended her to their minds have been blown. Okay. And the thing is, she's not like a psychic, like, oh, this is going to happen in the future. That's the thing. When people go into the kind of psychics that Darren Brown was tricking, you already know that they're in a tough spot. You know that they want something more, that they're seeking, that they're unsatisfied, that they feel uncomfortable, that they just have to know. And I think that is absurd. I think that what Susie really does is kind of tell you more about your present and your past.
You're
and
sitting
what's
across from me. Oh my God, I am.
Right, because that's exactly what it's like. Because I'm so dumb that Susie will say, you're sitting across from me, and I'll just fucking backflip through a window. I'm so impressed at the observation.
No, okay, tell me what she says. $100 says it's you're experiencing pain.
No.
You're
this was a couple years ago, and she was
Okay.
like, well, what do you want to work on? And I said, well, I have a big show coming up at the Comedy Store. I've been trying for a really long time to get an agent to get momentum in this, and I just want to have the best show I've ever had. And she said, okay. That's what we're going to work on in this session. And the next day, I had my show, and Christina Hendricks, the beautiful, like, circus hot redhead from Mad Men. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mad Men. Joan and Mad Men. She was in the audience with a gaggle of girlfriends, and they were all having a blast. And I went on, and I did absolutely the best set of my life. And afterwards, she came up to me and said, I don't want to bother you, but you were the best comic all night. And we had our picture taken together. And she told her friend, who is an agent, to rep me. And he did. That was a miracle.
No,
I'm not that good of a comic.
Is you giving
Trust
credit?
Me. No,
that is
I'm not that good.
Literally, Kat, that is you giving credit for something you did to somebody else. That is insane. That's
but everybody
crazy.
has bad sets, and you know I have more bad than I have good, and I slaughtered, and you know.
Okay, so if I curse you right now and say you're going to have a bad set, and then you have one, am I to blame?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, at least you're consistent. At least you're consistent.
Yes,
in this insanity.
because you like tried to swipe my confidence, and you know I don't have the I'm not such a confident person that.
All right, fine. Guess what? You're gonna have a great set. You're gonna. And now it's. Now I did it. Now I did it. Now it's give credit to me.
And now you fortified my confidence
We're pattern
in myself.
We have pattern seeking minds, and so we like to see.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it. It helps me.
Can I tell you
so
about the
much.
time? So one time these guys were going around in the I don't know what you call them. I hope I'm not insulting, but they're like those Swami hats. These like Indian looking dudes were walking around the neighborhood in Hillhurst. You know those hats. You know that like wrap around the head. Turban, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, were they Sikhs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, So and they're saying we're telling fortunes. We're telling fortunes. And so my friend says, "Oh, Virgilio, I'm going to buy you one. I want you to sit down with that dude and have him tell you his fortune." I'm like, "Come on, don't waste your money. Don't waste your money." And so he said, "No, I want to. I think it'll be really funny. This will be a hoot." So he gives the guy $5, and the guy says, "Come sit over on this wall with me." These guys were like traveling psychics. So they were just on the street. So we went and we sat on this wall. And the first thing he said to me was, "Tell me, sir, do you like boys or do you like girls?" And I was like, "Dude, you want me to believe you're a psychic and you don't even have gaydar? You don't even have gaydar. I have gaydar. You don't have it. Like, do I like boys or girls? Give me a break. That's insane. They're all phonies." And your friend, God bless her. I don't want to say too much because I would like you to send me to her. But if she says you're going to do great on a comedy show and then I do, I'm going to go, "Yep. Nailed it, Virgilio. Had nothing to do with these quantum sphere." She didn't say to me,
"You're gonna do great." She was like, "What is this? What is your intention for the session?"
Yeah.
And then that absolutely happened. And first of all, you tell me, you go to the Comedy Store all the time. Yeah. What are the odds that Christina Hendricks is chilling out in the belly room?
Well, if she was in the belly room, then the chances were 100%.
Okay, fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
okay, very good. And by the way, I'm gonna say one more thing about this, and then we can move on. But that sitting down with somebody and saying that you're working on this, we're gonna get you confident, we're gonna do all these things. Of course, it has an effect on you. Of course, it has an effect. Of course, you walked out confident.
I didn't walk out confident. I didn't know what to expect. It was the first time she had worked on me. I think that you don't know what you're talking about because you've never had a quantum sphere healing session.
Which just means I've never had a blah 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 made up words, nonsense, silly
speak with
session.
Superior knowledge about something that you have never even heard of.
Quantum has a definition, and I'd be very curious how she is applying it. I don't even know how she's applying the word. Yeah, I'd be very curious how she's applying the word sphere. Even I don't think she knows what any of these words mean. Okay.
That is so rude, and she is like, you have.
Well, I get to be rude. I don't know her.
No, but you can't tell her that she doesn't know what sphere means. Everyone knows what sphere means.
Okay.
Would sphere be a cute name for a kid? This is my daughter, Sphere.
Not. Nope.
That's kind of
cute. If you live in the Hollywood Hills, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
The Sphere.
I once wanted to name a dog Bench. I don't know why. I was like 8, and we were getting a dog, and they're like, "What are we gonna name it?" I just became convinced Bench was a good name.
That's really cute.
We went with Sandy. Boring.
I nannied a little girl that was allowed to name her cat, and she was like 3 or 4, and she named her cat Restaurant.
I love that.
Isn't
That's
that
hilarious.
Yeah.
I had a bunny when I was 2. My sister was 3, and they said we could name it together. And the name of the bunny ended up being Peter Fluffy. And you probably could have guessed that in advance.
Yeah.
What else would a boy and a girl name a cat?
Peter Fluffy.
Peter Fluffy.
I love it. So
okay.
Can I read the definition of quantum sphere healing? I just looked up.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
This is quantum sphere. Jesus Christ. Quantum
How's
sphere
that
healing.
scotch?
Yeah, it's great. It is really tasty. Quantum sphere healing is a total new and revolutionary healing modality. It's a special higher dimensional healing orb clears the energetic distortion of the energy form of the client's body.
Okay, so what he just said was nothing, client's body.
And what I took it as straight to my heart, supreme truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to have a session with her. I think it'll really
Does she like run an orb?
Yeah.
Around you or something?
No. It's all. Come on, Travis. It's a quantum sphere. Think, man.
Sorry,
think.
bad.
But you know that she. Okay, so you know Matt is like the biggest skeptic on earth.
Yeah,
you know Matt.
Yeah, of course I do. Your boyfriend.
Can you imagine Matt having a session?
No.
He was completely blown away by her work.
Well, of course.
Afterwards,
quantum sphere.
After
well, according to the modality, that makes sense to me.
Well, my boyfriend
he's got the
like,
chakras of a guy that would be into that modality.
My boyfriend's like him. He doesn't pray. He doesn't meditate. He doesn't. He thinks it's all like a lot of wash. But after the session with Susie, he was like, this was just so powerful. This is a lot to digest right now.
Yeah.
This was amazing. I'm so glad you made me do this. This was
it's
incredible.
Called polite.
And no.
Yep. I'll talk to him next time.
He's not polite.
Well,
at
Kat,
all.
I would like
hold
to
on.
offer.
But then he texted me later, and he was like, you didn't like tell her a bunch of stuff about me, right? Or like she didn't like talk to any of my friends and family because she knew stuff that like I don't know how she knew.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
who cares?
and then he texted me immediately. He's like, no, she has too much integrity. She'd never do that. I'm sorry. I'm just freaking out. Like that was just really, really like crazy coincidences. Don't you want an experience like that?
Yep.
Right?
Okay, 2
Won't that be
points.
fun?
I have 2 points to make, and I'm going to make them quick. Number one, I would like to give you an interstellar linear triangulation right now, if I could.
Okay.
Done.
You know
You
that
owe everything to me. Everything good that happens to you for the rest of your life. Interstellar linear triangulation. I did that. And B, I am so unimpressed with people that tell you, as I've told you this before, Kat, and I'll say it again, that the difference between a psychic and your mother is if your mother called you up and said you had a dog named Jerry growing up, your grandmother died of cancer, and you went on a boat trip when you were 8 and got sick, you would say, yeah, Mom, big deal. Thanks for reminding me. If a psychic says it, you go, oh my God. They just told you something you already know about yourself. Why are you impressed? Who cares? It's called a cold reading.
because she tells you things that you don't know about yourself.
Oh, really?
That
Well,
you
then how do you?
about.
You learn about them.
Because it's like, oh wow, that
You're
sounds
going
really
to have
familiar.
shingles next week. Go to the doctor. That would be amazing.
That would have been useful.
Yeah, that would have been. And yet, zero psychics have ever done that for anyone.
Well, are you ready for your assignment for
Yes,
next week?
and I apologize if I got a little animated.
For Susie?
But in my,
I hope that
in
she
my
agrees
defense,
to work with
I
you.
have
She might.
shingles.
Yeah, that's true. No,
Yeah.
she's very like motherly and nurturing, and you know
Yeah, of course
she'll
she is.
yeah
That's the quantum sphere
so
way.
she'll just be like, oh, he's like this because of this. Because
He's like
by the way,
this because
we are, just so everyone
his-
knows, I am a Libra sun, Leo rising, Pisces moon. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm
This
horny,
guy
penis
is-
rising.
This guy is right.
I'm
he
sorry,
is
that's a
he is
terrible
an
joke.
Aries double Virgo.
Oh my
which basically
God.
means like I
Why
can't.
didn't you say so?
I can't think of anything worse. Basically, like when I saw that, I was like, God, no wonder you are the way you are.
Can I tell you a
It
super
must be a
quick
really
story?
hard life.
I have shingles. I have shingles.
Okay, well, it's a good time.
You gave it to me, or
I
your
did-
crystal gave it to me, or your friggin' quantum sphere healer gave it to me.
A number.
Wait, I was gonna say something,
Go
and now
ahead.
I forgot.
In all of self-help, though, like in spiritual healing, like in all like modalities of self-help, the number one thing that you have to accept is responsibility for yourself.
That's
so,
the Republican mantra.
yeah.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, bunch of spiritual Republicans. Okay, quantum sphere Republicans. That's
I'm
it. That's the
so-
scariest thought I've ever had in my life.
I'm so
I remember what
happy.
I was going to say, and it's a total nothing, but I was playing in this band one time, and we were headlining a show. We had this crazy idea. We met this old man, Angelo, at the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf on Hillhurst Avenue in Los Angeles, California. And he was like 78, 79 years old, and he was telling us how he used to be a stand-up comic. And we were like, dude, instead of an opening act, let's have Angelo be the opening act. And oh my God, I have a recording of it. I think it's one of the funniest stand-up sets ever. He didn't get a titter. He didn't get one laugh out of anybody.
that.
And that joke I just told was his. I think he's passed on now, but he was like, Michael was at a party, and the hostess came undulating toward him, and she said, hi, I'm Pisces, Aries rising. And Michael said, hi, I'm horny, penis rising.
That's really
Yeah,
funny.
that
I
was
love
his
that.
joke. I like that, yeah.
That is very
I'll
good.
tell you one more of his that I remember. He goes, Dusty, the drummer, he also sings. I listened to it 1,000 times. I'm literally doing it verbatim.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. Dusty grew up very rich, very coddled. In fact, his idea of roughing it was turning the electric blanket to medium.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
To which 300 hipsters at Spaceland in Silver Lake literally just standing there going, and me backstage laughing my ass off. That might have been the night I decided to try stand-up. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is
Right.
I love this.
This is
my
fucking
style.
simple.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
I know.
I would love to just like have a segment once or twice where we just tell our favorite street jokes.
I don't know what a street joke
It's
is.
it's a street joke that's like it's public domain. It's not anyone's.
It's a joke book joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
joke
joke
book
book joke.
Joke
Like,
book.
are
I
there
had the
any?
book.
Are any of that just like tickle you? that you can think of?
Oh, I got my favorite Yo Mama joke.
Let's hear it.
It's Yo Mama's so fat, first she fills up the bathtub, then she starts the water. That's my favorite.
I like that.
Oh,
I like
man.
that.
Great street joke.
Yeah.
Yo Mama jokes are kind of triggering for me because in grade school, everyone, they were a currency, and I was bad at them, and I didn't have any snappy comebacks, and I was always so embarrassed. And so I remember trying to do one once, and I was like, your mom's so ugly. She's got to wear makeup, and everyone clowned on me so
That's objectively
hard.
fucking hilarious.
But everyone was just like, you dumb cluck. That is not, you can't play this game. You can't sit with us. Get away from us.
Do you ever heard an African American comic deliver it as "Your mom's is so"? You ever heard that delivery?
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a comic say that to me one time. He was trying to joke at me. He's like, "Your mom's is so fat." I was like, "Oh, that's so progressive of you. Two mothers, your moms." That's I really appreciate that. And he didn't get that at all.
And you do look like someone
who would be raised by two mothers, two lesbian mothers,
two delicate,
just one very
sensitive.
very angry one. She had enough anger for two lesbians. Now we know how angry they are. Oh boy, show over. I just insulted lesbian comics.
No, I'm a step away from lesbianism any day now.
yeah.
You guys are all you're so god awful.
The guy that took your picture into the bathroom may have pushed her over the edge.
Seriously.
Okay,
I'm
my
so
assignment
excited
for the week,
to give you the present. Do you see? Okay.
Is it antibiotics?
Oh, you poor guy.
I know.
Okay.
We had to try, just for the record, because Kat is a sweetheart of the highest order. We were talking about my
not
week.
too bright though, right?
Not at all. So we.
You know what I think happened? I think that the crystal worked double time and opened up all of these, portals that your heart had blocked off years ago, and you're really feeling them for the first time, and it's hard for you because you probably haven't had a feeling since 2006 or something.
Could be. I was going to pay you a compliment. So on the ride over here.
Go ahead.
On the ride over here, so when I got here, I said to Travis, we really have to approach the shingles thing with pure comedy and joy in our heart, because on the way over here, I was talking about it from a serious perspective.
I started
and
crying.
Kat got really upset. She's a good friend. She got really upset. So
well, who would I find to do this podcast with me?
Yeah. Just about anybody would jump in at this point. All the guys that write to me and go, "Is Kat single?"
Who said that?
Multiple people.
Tell me who.
One
That's
guy's
not...
married, and he just wrote to me. He sent a picture of you. He texted me a picture of you, and it just said "Va va voom."
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's all he wrote.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I forwarded it to his wife, and he's now divorced.
That's like a compliment from a cartoon wolf.
Yeah, I know, with a leather jacket, leaning against a motorcycle.
Yeah.
No, Toots, I'm only gonna break your heart.
Okay. On to the.
Okay. So, all right, our dear friend Simon Gibson, who's a very funny comic.
Super funny comic.
Who's just so funny. Even when he walks on stage, we start laughing. We're like, it's going to be a good night.
Love him to bits. I was there for his first big taping.
No kidding. I think I was too at that one place.
Yeah.
I was there too.
What a hell of a description.
No, that's
I think that you just described everywhere.
No, the Allen Theater, Steve Allen
Theater. Yeah, I was there. Okay.
I was there. Yeah, we support Simon.
Okay.
And so, he talks about his new age parents quite a bit, and he has a bit on stage where he said that his dad is a wand maker in Portland, and so I wanted to commission one from him, but he's never sold one because he was worried that he could just sell a wand to somebody that would use it for bad intentions. So he so we had a few phone interviews, and he really asked me a lot of in-depth questions to make sure that I was the right person for this wand. And so he said that he'd been jonesing to make this wand out of this tree, which is a cherry tree, this cherry bark. He said he's been wanting to make a wand out of it for 15 years or something. He's so authentic. He's so
he just
cool.
needed to make sure that it was somebody who understood quantum sphere healing before he
well, I will
sold them
say
the wand.
I did feel this was last year when I had that big girl big money job, and I went to a financial planner for the first time, and she went down my monthly expenses, and I had to explain to this financial planner that I bought a custom made wand from a wand maker in Portland.
And she went, I've never heard that euphemism for dildo before. Custom-made wand.
Do you know
from a
women?
wand
Do you know
maker.
women are using crystal dildos?
Okay.
Rose quartz.
We almost made it through the episode, folks.
They're
Mom
really
can't watch again.
They're really expensive.
I bet.
They're
and
really
probably a little bit
expensive.
painful too.
No,
But they probably
because they're
heal your vagina of
they're-
all its ails as well.
all its
Please tell me
many
they like
ails.
machine
Yeah.
them down, right? Like
Yeah.
make them
They're
They're
smooth.
super,
yeah.
super smooth. But like, I mean,
Oh.
I'll send you a link. Like, they're
Damn.
really expensive.
You know that some girls are using male's genitalia. It's called sex. Still works.
Not as exciting.
I imagine
Maybe just
that,
for
yeah.
me though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Okay,
know.
Well, oh.
I just lie there. I'm bad in bed.
That's funny.
Anyway,
You should say that.
So speaking of wands,
That's my fantasy. Is I'm into girls that look bored.
It's called the starfish.
right? That's that's right. That's right. Well, I mean, that's why you're a comedian.
Right. Yeah.
You're into girls like. Okay, so anyways, so Mr. Gibson and this was the only one that he commissioned, and I feel so
Okay.
good having it. So
Wow.
So this
What do
is
I
for
do
you
with
this
it?
week.
I ain't
and
putting
so,
it in my vagina.
Good. Okay. I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take it. Take
We
it.
did it again,
get,
folks.
Get used
Silenced
to
her.
it.
Okay.
So I know, isn't it nice?
That's
So-
got good sticking.
So this, what I do with it is I keep it in my car, and I mainly use it in the car, and then walking from my car to my apartment.
Yeah.
And so like in my car, like off the highway, like I'll see an encampment of tents, and I will say like, I wish for, or like I'll just say like, magic, just a shelter and a good job for everyone, like safety and like blessings and security, or just whatever's on my mind. Like, okay, I'm gonna clean up the pollution in the sky.
You know what? I
like,
think it worked. They arrested a lot of those people, and they all went to jail recently.
well, golly, jail must be more comfortable than the street.
Oh, she's a compassionate liberal, folks.
I don't know. Don't you think?
No, I think they prefer life on the streets to being in jail.
I mean, some people commit.
Some people like jail.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Okay, I've seen some docs that blew my mind. There's one called
God.
Miami Mega Prison. If you ever see that, it's a Louis Theroux one. Oh, good Lord. It's literally Escape from New York in this prison. They just throw everyone into a cell of like 20 people.
I'm
And
doing
then
it
it's
now.
Every man for themselves.
I'm doing it now. We're gonna
Yeah.
watch more uplifting docs this week.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Done. Okay.
You need it.
Okay. And so my assignment to Kat, which we discussed in advance, and this is almost.
It was totally my
almost-
idea. Like
it's
he
almost
tossed it out
tongue-in-cheek.
like a
Yeah,
joke.
it was a joke.
It
and
was a
she's
total
into
joke,
it,
and I'm down.
I'm worried about
Sign
it.
me up.
I'm worried about
Like
it.
in
I'm worried
life,
about
my
it.
motto is
Okay, we better tell 'em.
Sign me up for weirdness. If
Okay,
weirdness
this
is
isn't
involved,
weirdness. Okay, now they want to know. I as a joke, I said you should join the Church of Scientology, and she said yes.
I'll do it.
She said she'll do it.
I'll do it for as long as I can without paying them anything because I'm broke.
I want. Okay, for one, we should let them know that Kat's going to Paris with her boyfriend Mike. Mike.
My Freudian. He loves me. He loves me so. Oh, look at how mad he is. Oh, so
No,
mad.
I'm just mad.
Oh, so mad. He has shingles. He's so mad.
Matt.
Matt.
I'm mad that Matt's gonna kill me now. Because
He doesn't watch
I know
this.
he doesn't watch.
Doesn't
Okay,
watch.
good.
Yeah.
Uh,
I asked him last time, like,
no.
did you watch? And he was like, oh, I still have to get. I still have to get to the second one. And
Yeah.
I'm like, there've only been two.
Yeah.
Did you watch the first? And he's like, I need to finish it. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
far did you get? And he's like, a couple minutes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you didn't click, did you?
Yeah,
And he's
no, that's not watching. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'm worried. It was a joke, and she jumped at it, and she's challenged me to challenge her, and I'm kind of against it. She hasn't watched the docs that I've watched, and I read Going Clear by Lawrence Wright.
Excuse
I'm
me,
serious.
I've read Dianetics. I have read Clear Mind,
No,
Going
no,
Clear,
no,
and I've read
no.
I saw the doc Going Clear. I'm well versed in Scientology.
No, reading Dianetics is not a way to become afraid of Scientologists. It's a way to get sucked into Scientology.
No, that's not it at all. And I read it
You
along.
read Dianetics?
Yeah, in 2000 when I was 20. So however old I was when I was 20. They gave
1986.
yeah, exactly. So in the subway, in the Manhattan subway, I took one of a stress test. I was
Yeah.
impressionable and young,
Sucker
and
test.
I was target audience. I took a stress test. I was very, very stressed. I
Yeah.
bought Dianetics. I read it, and this is my synopsis. A lot of really salient wisdom, but
oh God!
no,
now
listen,
you cannot join
don't
the
trample.
No,
don't
you're
trample over
no,
me.
Yeah,
I'm saying lots of salient wisdom. However, if you are devoting your entire life to joining this as a religion, you're just feeble-minded. You're just not very
Yeah,
bright.
no, there's no sales.
God
wisdom.
love you.
I
God
vote.
love you, but you're
Okay.
just not very bright.
I don't want to get harp on this, but I vote. My polling place is the Church of Scientology on L. Ron Hubbard Boulevard.
That shouldn't.
in
That's
Los
not.
Angeles.
That's not cool, dude.
It is
like,
cool.
They shouldn't. That
Of
shouldn't
course
be
they
a
should.
polling place. That's creepy.
Why not? There's
In churches,
in
like, yeah,
churches
you're
and
right.
schools and everywhere. I mean, if they're
Still,
going to get the tax exempt status, they have to do it. Anyway, so that's
Oh
it.
yeah.
That said, they have quotes from L. Ron all over the walls, and these are like, I read them, I'm like, dude, I came up with better in 7th grade. One of them was like, not until man learns to get along will there ever be peace. Oh wow, dude, you came and they emblazoned it on the wall. They thought it was so wise. Okay, I'm worried about Kat joining.
Emblazoned. Was it paint, or was it emblazoned?
It was like gold lettering. Anyway,
All right.
that said, I'm worried about. She's getting drunk. I'm worried about this challenge. But Kat is going to Paris, so we're going to take a week
And
off.
Amsterdam.
And Amsterdam.
I'm gonna be in Amsterdam alone though, because Matt's
Oh, yeah.
working. So
she's going to get Amsterdamaged.
ooh yeah, I don't know what to do. What should
Get
I do?
a
Just-
hooker. Dun, dun.
I know, because I don't smoke pot and I don't want to.
Do mushrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, that ship has sailed.
Oh, by the way, absinthe. You can get the real deal with the wormwood there. I
okay,
drank
you guys.
some
I
there.
was thinking more about like museums. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
went to the Van Gogh Museum there. I was so fucked up. I ate a space cake, smoked some pot. God knows what I
Right.
did. And
Right.
I walked up to and he's like the master of color. I like walked up to the first art piece. I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, it looks kind of cool. And I looked at the person next to me. They're like, I was like, fucking art snob. I walked to the next piece. I was like looking at it. I was like, oh, I like this one too. And like the person next to me was like, I was like, what is going on? And then I saw my friend. I was like, dude, everyone's acting weird to me. They're like, yeah, because you're not supposed to look at art with sunglasses on. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize I had the sunglasses. Okay.
Well, I mean, I was in Amsterdam once with friends, like when I was like 22 or 3, and yeah, I just like, you know, did the weed thing, and you know, we ate mushrooms, and like we went to some museums, but you know, I want the real Amsterdam experience. This
is
time.
more of a travel show podcast dialogue we're having now, so we'll get you on that podcast.
Are you gonna miss
We're going
me?
to end this one. Yes. Going to miss you terribly, and we're going to miss all you. We're going to take a week off, and we'll be back.
Is that it?
What else is
Can't
there?
this just go on and on forever? It's so fun. Have we
Well,
covered
it can
everything?
within the quantum sphere, but not on the timeline. We're our spiritual plane right now. It's coming to an end. So I'm going to cast a spell on you to have a great trip.
I hope your shingles
Bing.
clears up.
That was sarcasm. I'm going to cast a spell on myself to have my shingles
Hope
clear
it's
up.
not just an
Bing.
external mantation of like the internal sludge that's been happening for years.
Boy, the alcohol really brings out the ugly in this one, I tell you what. Casting a spell on Travis, that he has an amazing 2 weeks, and on all of you as well. Goodbye.
Meow.